My computer's been very weird today. I don't know what's going on. Did you hear about the monks walking? Have you seen that on the news at all? Something wrong with my computer. No, I can't hear you. I hear nothing. I heard you for a couple seconds, but now I don't hear anybody. Okay, that's a good idea.
Hear me?
Now I hear you.
Okay, there we go.
I still can't see you, but I can hear you.
I know. I don't know why. I'm in my office. I don't know why the camera is not working.
Are you on a computer or a laptop?
Computer.
And is it a separate camera?
The camera's attached to the computer. Let's see.
Yeah. You might just have to go to video settings and make sure it's set for the right
Yeah,
camera.
I'm doing it now.
Oh my God.
Webcam.
I can't get into my document. I can't do anything. It's like all right, I gotta, oh,
Um, okay, not seeing the video. Shows that it's on. Close, open. Okay.
it's all right if you can't. We could just kind of talk. Yeah, I don't want to take
Weird.
time away from you.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, how you doing?
Good. Busy weekend. How are you?
I'm good. So how are your sales going? What's happening in your life with
So I got the
business?
one closing tomorrow,
Okay,
still,
good.
which is good. The commercial side, we had after what did we meet last Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Yep.
So I spoke with the owner of that new commercial property I was telling you about that we put an or trying to put an offer in.
Yep.
They ended up countering us, so we got a counter back. So I'll be reaching out today. So it's it's not weird, but the seller has the property listed on his own,
Okay.
so which is fine, whatever. I sent him our initial offer, and then he went and got his friend, who I believe is a real estate owner. I don't think he's an agent
Mm-hmm.
involved. So now he's doing negotiating for him, and it's just like one of those things, like making it more complicated and
Yeah, you
doesn't
just
need to
added
be.
another person
Yeah,
into the.
yeah. And he's, demanding this, demanding that. And I'm just like, dude.
Hey, okay. Um,
So I have a question for you.
yes.
Well, more of like, I guess, your opinion. So here, same developer we're working with. We spent the last 8 months for this Peekskill property. I think we've talked about it in the past
Yep.
for the developing. Right before holiday break, we all finally verbally agreed to like a set contract, like terms of
Mm-hmm.
the contract. Then my client goes, I need to wait until the new year, taxes, whatever. It's, kind of a stalling thing. Then this new property comes up in Middletown that I was just telling you about. It's a shiny new toy. So he doesn't even want to bother with Peekskill anymore. But we already, it's, so there's three of us involved in this little development, finding properties. The two of us are just like, let's just go for Peekskill. we don't have the direct connections to like the town board and whatever as much as we do with town of Wallkill.
Okay,
But we've already got verbal commitments from Peak Skills, uh, the zoning guy, IDA was behind it,
Mhm.
and a couple other public figures. Listen, the handshake, it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day, but, and we went all through the whole process for the last 8 months, getting these two properties lined up, good to go. I just feel like it doesn't make sense to, it's like a new shiny toy syndrome, and it's annoying. Now it puts me in, it is what it is, but it puts me in a crappy position with the other agent. Like, oh, hey, by the way, we don't want to, we're going to hold off. Like, that's a big, slap in the face. Um, but also, like, we did all that work.
okay.
And, the one guy that we're working, the main client is giving like, well, I don't have a great relationship with the idea. Like, I get it, but that doesn't mean we can't do it. And we gotten this far and we still have our due diligence period. It's not like we're stuck.
Is any of this in writing?
Which part or any of
Any
it?
of the agreement, any of the agreement? You said you had a verbal agreement, but there was
Yeah.
nothing
So
in
we have a
writing.
verbal agreement and we have letters of intent.
And the letters of intent are signed by everybody, all the parties?
The last edition has not been signed yet.
Yeah, that's, okay, so
We
there's no
can't do anything
obligation.
really, but it's just like annoying.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's no obligation unless it's written,
No,
there's no obligation.
no.
And so is it your decision? So are you, well, like, what's the biggest concern about your relationship with the other agent or that you're
Just to,
like,
to me, it's, excuse me, we did the work. We've been going back and forth for the last 8, 9 months. And, that's both parties just being thick-headed is why it took so long. But
Mhm.
we finally reached a mutual agreement where everyone's like, okay, this works. And then we met, I guess, back in the summer with um, the top planning board person in Peekskill. We spoke with like their IDA and whatever else officials to kind of get a verbal, like, okay, this looks good. Like we would support this kind of. So we know the support's there. Again, verbal handshake, whatever, it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. But so we do all this, and then he goes and finds a new property that, okay, we could potentially get more units, but it's based off of building inspector saying, yeah, that could probably work. But that doesn't mean anything, which we all know. So it's just frustrating because we already have something that's pretty promising. Yes, you don't have the same relationship maybe with the town, but that doesn't mean you can't build it.
Mhm.
Um, it's just frustrating. It's just like, and then just the side thing is like, now I gotta go tell the other agent like, oh, hey, like, do we be like, listen, our investor backed out and downplay it in case we need to go back to that property? Or do I just flat out be like, listen, like my client,
Well,
I
yeah,
can't do that because then that's a big FU, really.
yeah, I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's so frustrating.
And then the takeaway here is what? What's the big takeaway and what you're gonna do differently next time?
Obviously, you get the stuff in writing, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be your big thing from a
Immediately.
legal standpoint.
Uh-huh.
But then it becomes like, okay, there's three of us involved finding the properties. What do you do when the odd man out is, he's not spearheading it, but he has the most influence as far as financials and whatever else. So there's like the catch 22, I
Well,
guess.
so here's the thing, right? So the second you have a verbal agreement from all the parties,
Yeah,
immediately you send a confirmation email to everybody and you put it into writing. This is what we are agreeing to, blank, blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. You put it in writing electronically, right?
yep,
And if they don't respond, say, please respond with, I need, yes, confirmed, or if you have any questions, but let's get this, we got it, we want to move forward. let's get this done on a timely basis. I need a response from you, like, by the end of the
Yeah,
day today or whatever. And you get that, you have to get that in writing, right? You have to. Um, that has to happen, even if it's an electronic
yeah,
confirmation via email, right? Because it's still, that counts, right? And
yeah,
then you get the documents over to them within a couple hours and you
yeah.
say, yeah. Um, and this guy, how is your relationship with that guy? With the guy who's changing his mind and
Oh, we
was,
have a good relationship.
Mhm.
He's just, I'll say, he's like thick-headed. Um, and he sees the opportunity, which I get. Like Peekskill, yes, we can most likely get the 100 units. That's great. This new Middletown project, because the property is bigger and because of the area it's in, he thinks, and he spoke to the building inspector again, that doesn't really mean much, but that we could potentially get 300 units, which is great and fine, but there's more of a guarantee for Peekskill. Also, there's absolutely nobody going for this Middletown project or property because it's listed, it's zoned for trucking.
Okay. Have you had this conversation with him?
Yes.
Okay. Have you put what you just told me in writing to him in an email?
No, that I haven't done.
So as his fiduciary, right?
Yeah.
Um, and also to CYA,
Yeah.
you have to give him the best advice that you can and
Yep.
give him your perspective and protect him and
Yep.
yourself. And then the final decision though is up to him, and
Right.
that's all you can do.
Yeah. All right.
But put it in writing, all
Yeah.
of it. Say again, I looked at both opportunities. I understand that Middletown might be closer and you might feel like more like aligned with the town. However, this is what, please just make sure, you
Yeah.
understand. Just want to make sure that you're seeing this from a different perspective. That's all. And then
Yeah.
just lay it out like that, bullet point it, the pros and the cons. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Welcome to, dealing with thick-headed.
I know. I know. It's
He's got, well, you know what, when you live in a certain area and you think you can do something in the area closer to where you live.
just, yeah. And I absolutely get that because his wife owns a construction management company. So they do a lot of projects up there. So I get that whole aspect of it, but you still have to go through a whole zoning change if they let you.
Yeah.
And then we also don't know if we can get that many apartments. Just go with the one that's there.
Yeah,
And then,
that's
like
your
I said, the other
advice.
one's going to be sitting around. But
Yeah, that's your advice, and you have to cover your butt though, and you don't want him coming back and saying, "Well, you didn't warn me about this, or you didn't tell me
yeah,
about that." So just put it in writing. All
yeah,
right, CYA. Yeah. All right. So for you, um, hopefully that was helpful to brainstorm that a bit.
yeah. Like you said before, it's just one of those things. Ultimately, it's going to be their
Yeah.
decision. Obviously, it's just because we've been working on the one project for 8, 9 months. It's like, why wouldn't you just
Yeah.
fulfill that?
Um, Real estate advertising on social media. So what is that? What do you think? What do you think?
I'm trying to set up those webinars. I keep seeing it. At, I listen. I know there's tons of hype and whatever else, but I feel like it could be an untapped avenue. Um, so my thinking was creating either Facebook ads, social media, both, whatever, geared towards first-time home buyers. Just advertising like a free webinar. I think we briefly spoke about this like at another meeting, like an hour and 15, whatever it is. I run through some info and then we just do some Q&A. The idea is obviously I can pull leads, but it's kind of, just putting a net out there and hoping for the best. Where if I target with ads, it's more likely people who would be interested and actually show up. That's where my head is on that one.
So can I want to, let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah.
So what's the goal? What is your big, hairy, audacious goal? What's the big dream?
In far as like that goes, or
No, and as far as where you want your business to be, and I don't know, by the end of this year.
by the end of the year, uh, I want to I want to be able to get more referral based business. It might be a stretch because it's only a year, but figured if I hammer down on some advertising across the board, that would help.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you is so if the big goal is just to build up your referral base,
Yeah,
what a and then all right, I'm just going to be New York direct.
yeah, it's
If
perfect.
if you're struggling to or it's you're finding it like you're having a hard time getting something off the ground and getting it done, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like you absolutely are excited, you're stoked, you're gonna get up in the morning, you're gonna get this webinar set up and you're gonna get it all done and out there. Like and that's number 10. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as your excitement with doing this?
I'm not like an 8 to be honest with you. It's for me, I do have that like teaching background still, and I do like generally helping. So I wouldn't mind. Like obviously, this is going to be every week. I might do like once a month kind of a deal. Like, but I don't mind spending the hour, hour and a half educating people. Even if it's one lead, to me that would be worth it because that one person might know three people. Aside from monetary goals, obviously, but um, but I'm into the whole idea. I'm doing it out of real genuine interest, not just oh I hope I make a couple bucks.
Okay. So the webinar feeds your desire and your passion for teaching. Is it, do you think that it's also going to lead to referrals? Like, do you see people attending webinars? Is that something that you're seeing?
I am like again I personally do not know anybody. I've been seeing it more and more within the real estate industry.
Hmm.
Now, do these people already have a huge client base? Maybe. Um, what I've heard is consistency, like anything else, obviously. But I to me, it's worth a shot. And like I said, I'm genuinely invested in it, where it's not going to feel like a burden or a headache getting through that hour, 20 minutes, whatever. Um, but that's like my feeling on it.
Okay. Um, so yeah, so consistency is important. You can't just do it, for a couple times and then, all right. Do you have a space? Isn't there a nice conference room in the office there?
We have a space in a couple of our in offices, and
Hmm.
then my wife also has an office in our basement that she does not use that I could use.
Okay. Are you thinking always virtual or are you thinking about doing anything on site?
Um, on site, like in office, remote. Right
Okay.
now, it would just be virtual. That's still gonna have to
Okay. The only reason I'm
figure.
asking you is because
Yeah,
I've done, I've seen both. I've seen webinars where people show up and I've seen the on-site. And the one thing that I know about the on-site ones is people also use it as a networking opportunity to meet other people.
right.
So, you have that. Okay. So you've got an 8 on the webinar, so that's pretty high. So you definitely are committed to this. So as far as advertising the webinar, is that when you say real estate advertising on social media, you're talking about advertising the webinar or
Yeah,
different?
it would definitely be for that.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So here's what I'd like to see you do.
but
Okay. Just a suggestion.
Yeah,
Okay. What I'd like to see you do is if you're going to do a webinar and you have a topic picked out for the
yeah.
first one, what's the topic?
The first one I would likely do is first time home buyer. So, my thinking is just a very basic info, like, what professionals you should talk to,
Hmm.
um, kind of how the process of home buying works, um, and like just
Okay.
a couple tips on like how to go home shopping, so to speak.
Okay. Have you ever made a video of yourself doing anything, any kind of
Yes,
marketing?
yeah,
All right. So if you're committed to this, you can't just do putting stuff on Instagram and I mean that's part of it,
yeah,
advertising it. We talked about how to like put it on Facebook and make sure that it's clickable so people can sign up for it and put it in their calendar and all that. What what you want to do is you want to do like a, I don't know, a minute, maybe somewhere between 30 seconds and maximum a minute, really 30 to 45 seconds.
all right,
And you want to talk about first time buyers and you want to say, hey, are you a first time buyer? Do you think buying a house is not possible for you? Well, I'm going to show you that, there is a way. Join me on blah 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 day for a webinar. There's a link below. Sign up, get yourself, registered. I'll see you at the webinar. You
okay,
like start promoting it yourself in
yeah,
addition to the other thing. And keep it
yeah,
short. Keep it
yeah,
short.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes
And
sense.
I and then you can even say some takeaways, like build out if you know what they're going to walk away with, whether it's a plan, figuring out how to come up with the finances, whatever the three big takeaways are,
Yeah.
and then you said you might have somebody as a guest speaker, a guest person.
Yeah, I have so the lender that I work a lot with, he said he'd hop on for like 10 minutes, just kind of give a quick, you know, this is like he would just give his uh info about like what his role is.
Good. Okay. So, and learn from and make sure your lender knows that, he says that he's committed to it, that he's actually going to show up. Tell
Yeah,
him
no,
you're
no, he
putting his contact info and name in the,
yeah,
in the video and, well, don't give his name in the video, but just say, we're going to be joined by, a prominent lender who's going to talk to you guys about this is possible and how to start the wheel turning because you can be a first time home buyer no matter what the market, especially now it's a buyer's market, right? So this is a great time to be a first time home buyer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now planning this, how
Mhm.
far out do you think we should do it? I should do it, don't we?
Well, when are you planning the first webinar?
That's what I'm asking. So should I do, let's just say like if I planned it for 2 weeks from now, I'm just throwing out a random date. Would that be too late, too soon? I feel like a
No,
week is almost too short.
I think it's you want it to be it can't be more than 2 weeks out because people
Yeah.
will forget. So pick a date and then start marketing it. I would plan something by the end of January and then
Okay.
just start marketing the heck out of it. And,
Okay.
every day put a video on there and just change it a little bit. First time home buyer, I got your back. First time home buyer,
Yeah.
we got a lender for you. This is possible. Did you think that you couldn't buy a home? Well, I got news for you. You were wrong. I'm going to tell you how. Join me on blah, blah, blah day,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
and be
No, that's good.
excited about it. Have like all that
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. The enthusiasm. Yep.
Yeah. 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 So when are you going to start doing the videos?
Be today, tomorrow will be,
Okay. And then you can schedule them out so they go out, I would do like two a day.
2 day.
Yeah, even if
Make two
just
a day and then schedule it.
yeah, yeah, get it out there. All right.
What do you use? Do you use oh my God, a tool for that?
Yeah, so
For
I used to use
scheduling social media?
Yeah, I used to use Hootsuite. I think I had mentioned that to you
Yeah, yeah, you were
before.
talking about that. How sweet. Yeah,
Yeah, it used to be free. I don't think it's free anymore, but it's not that expensive. There's
yeah,
also Loomly. I mean, if you look up, if you do a search for Hootsuite, you'll get all the different
yeah,
options. So,
yeah. I was just curious what you used.
it was Hootsuite and it's oh, it's expensive. Holy moly, I got so lucky. I paid nothing for it. I used it when it was still free.
Part in the
Wow.
beginning.
Wow. It's $99 a month per user.
I'll
That's
look. I'll look. I was just curious what you used.
wow.
Look at.
That is really expensive. I did it for free for years. I guess they wanted people to get I guess we, wow. Yeah, but then there's Loomly, there's Later, there's, what's this one, Honeybook. I mean, there's a bunch of them if you look
Yeah,
them
I'll look
up.
it up. Let's see.
Yeah, Hootsuite's really expensive now. Wow. Really, really, really expensive. All right.
Yep.
All right. I gotta run. I got another call coming up.
Yeah, yeah. I got a
But
meeting at 10 anyway.
so I'm gonna see
Okay.
some videos from you, right? Two a
Yeah.
day? Okay. Starting when?
Tonight, tomorrow.
Good. And you
Okay.
can play with it and have some fun. You can use avatars if you don't want to do yourself. There's a whole thing.
Yeah,
There's
I might mix it
voiceover
up.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, good. I'm gonna start seeing that. Awesome. All right.
Okay.
And then you filled out the call prep form, so I have your numbers. So we're
It's the same. It's literally the same. Like tomorrow is the closing.
okay.
Um, and hopefully get these couple listings up in the next month, and that's it.
Good. All right. All right. I'm gonna run. I got another
Yeah,
call.
yeah, go ahead. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Are we scheduled next week or no?
I yeah, for next week we are.
Okay.
I think it's just what do we do for next week? Let me just look really, really
We can
quick.
we can figure it out later. I'll stop my
Yeah,
next thing, but
Tuesday the 20th at 1 p.m.
okay, perfect.
All right, we just made it
All right.
later. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
All
See you
right, you're
later.
welcome. All
Bye.
right.